Hi Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. Well, today I'm going to show you something kind of wow. It's a gated card, but we're going to be using the diagonal plates. So if you think you know how to make this, I'm going to show you an easy and quick way how to make this lovely card. Let me zoom out a bit here so you can, oops, I'm sorry about that. This is zoom out as much as I can. Let me lift you up. Here we go. So you can see when it's open how cool it is. You can see, and then when I close it, I'm using the bird there to keep it closed. The stamp set we're using, it's Bitsy Blossom, and it go perfectly with the District Floral DSP. So this is what we're going to be using today. So let's get started. First thing that you want, it's a piece of cardstock. I mean the DSP, it is 12 long by 5.5. And I know many people are gonna send me email and ask, can we do it with 8.5 by 11 cardstock? I guess you can adjust the thing. It's crunch it 1 inch, crunch it too much for me. It's like the casketing card. So I would say buy a pack of DSP. The 12 by 12, it is not just for scrapbooker. It's so many cards, and the DSP, it's so lovely. So I would say go ahead, get some 12 by 12, make it a lot easier. Okay, now I'm going to take my plate off the diagonal. We're going to use that last. First thing we're going to do, and we're going to put this here, and we're going to score at 2. We're going to score at 4, 2, 4, 8, and 10. 2, 4, 8, 10. Okay, now you saw that. We score at 2, 4, 8, and 10. Now this comes the fun part. Take this, remove it. Take your diagonal plate, make sure the arrow face up, put your diagonal plate on, make sure it's all the way in the corner there. Okay, now we're going to take this, we're going to put that right there, right in the corner, and your score, you get the piece in the center that it's bigger. So we're going to take the score that it's at 4 there. You're going to take your stylus and put it right at the end of the score and move that all the way up. Bring it, oops, I better make sure it stays straight though. Make sure this stays flat there. Okay, you go at the end of your score at 4 there, and you bring this all the way up, and it go about 1.5. So you don't have to measure nothing. Then you're going to flip this way, and you're going to do the same thing. The score that was at 4 there, take your stylus, put it right at the end of this score at 4, and go all the way up. Okay, so now we got this score, and then we get this score. One go one side, one go the other side. That's okay. Now, let's remove our score, and let's bring our paper cutter. Now, what we're going to cut, it's easy to know. We're going to cut at the score there. So I'm going to bring this there. And I'm going to put my score line, that it's the diagonal one, right where it cuts. So there and there. I don't know how much you can see, but when you're going to have your paper score, you're going to see your score line. Put that at the beginning, you know, where it finished, your score, right there where you see it cut, and there. Put this on, cut this. Don't throw this away. Keep this. Let's do the same thing with the other one, the other side. You bring your score right there and right there. Voila. This one, I didn't went right at the corner there. I'm going to fix this though. let me fold this. See, I get a little tiny bit there that I don't like. So I'm going to put that right there, right there. Here we go. Just a little off that I did there. Here we go. Now let's remove this. Let's reinforce our score. This one here, you see this is the back. And this was the kind of the accent. This time I'm going to switch this around. I'm going to put this way. Turn this. Here we go. Do that on both of your sides. Got a tough time following the score here. And you see where I was saying I was off a bit? We're going to fix that, my friend. See this, how off I'm at a little bit there? Can you see that? Let's take our paper cutter and let's remove just a little sliver. It's just I didn't pay too much attention when I cut. But this, if it happened, you see, voila. You can fix that, no problem. Now, remember your little piece here? Well, if I cut a little sliver there, I bet I'm going to have to cut a sliver here. We'll see. Take this. And now, we're going to take this here. And we're going to glue that over here. See, that's where we get this thing. And this one going to go there. So open this up. So that's the little piece that we cut off that we're going to reuse. Let's put some snail in the back. And let's put that right straight here at the edge. And make sure you follow the edge in the bottom there. Voila. See how you open that, how cool it is? And then again, we're going to put the snail in the back here. So you can see how important it is to stay right on the line of the score when you cut. But that's okay. You saw I move a little bit and oops. See how off I'm at? I'm going to show you a good trick. If you glue something and then if you try to pull it out, it's going to rip it up. Take your heat gun, put it in the bag, and then pull it out. It won't rip at all. See, it just melted the glue. So how cool is that? When I make a mistake, you guys can learn some cool tricks. Okay, let's try this again. I want to make sure I'm straight here. Here we go. The best way is to lift it up, and then you can see how straight you are. Now I'm going to push this down. Oh, that worked great. So you just push it up a bit and then you go straight to the edge there. So now we get this. Could have used a little bit of glue back here. Here we go. So voila, your card is done. Now we're going to reinforce this because we put that extra piece of paper. See how cool this is? Now, I pre-done those flowers and the birds in the Bitsy Blossom. And then I use the Framelits floral frame. I use this size here, and then I use this one. This is the 3 that I use. So if I count from the inside, I use number 2 and number 3. That's what I use to cut them. Okay, I stamped the full image, and then I took the bigger one. The flower is smaller, so I just sponge around. And then the smaller one, again, I had stamped, the flowers. And look, I just cut the center of it with this. So now that I got my 2 flowers, I'm going to take a dimensional, put it in the center. And then I'm going to take the other layer. This here is just our pearls, and I took the big one, put there, and then I put the small one all around. Is that cool? Then we're going to center this in the... And you could always match it. Like the other one, I did match it. Like this, it's this, so I know it come right here. See how cool that is, that you can all match that? It doesn't matter if you match it or not, but I thought it's cool that you can match those things. Okay, and this is the toughest part here to do. You just want to put glue on this side here. You don't want to put glue that it go there because it won't open it up. So what I'm going to do, I take my snail, put some here. And then I'm going to take my flower, put it about in the center here. And look, I put a little bit too much glue in the bottom. That's okay. What I'm going to do, I got a little bit there. You can feel the stickiness there. I'm going to take my eraser, my adhesive remover, and this is perfect. Don't you love when I do boo-boos? So we all do some stuff and sometimes we think we ruin it. We didn't. It's always a way to fix our boo-boos. Now for our bird, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a dimensional, put that right here where I want to. This is almost too big though. I'm at the end of my pack there. Here we go. Put our dimensional right there. That's where I want my bird, like this one. My bird, I can slide this under so it keep my cards closed better. So now I want my bird right here. Voila. And then I took an extra, I stamped the bird twice to cut an extra wing because I wanted to make him pop up a little bit. And I'm going to take this. I'm going to center it off a little bit this time. Voila, my friend. Is that cool? And then when you open it up, voila. And then I pre-cut a piece of white that I'm going to put in the center here so I can write something in the card. It's kind of tough writing on the on a piece of DSP. This is 5 1/4 by, I went a little bit less wide than 4. I went 3 7/8, almost 4 but not quite 4. It's a little bit too tight. Let me center this here. Voila, my friend. This is it. And one thing I did here, I stamped this so it go perfect with this set. So then I can slide this under and it keep it closed. Well, I hope you learned something new with the Diagonal plate. Until next time, happy stamping.